Welcome back. Now that we've done problem 1, parts A through D, I'm going to go through and explain problem 2. So hopefully you're using these videos to check your work if you already understand how to do it. And you're doing the problem before I do the problem. And if you are stuck, then you can do a follow along with problem 2, and then stop the video and try problem 3 on your own, and then begin the video to check your work. So this problem, Hal's electronic soccer scooter, so his electric scooter, can run for 400 minutes. All right, and you can see that's when the battery is powered at 100%. That's what it means when a battery is fully charged. Complete the table below to determine how many minutes it can run when it's only partially charged. So, to get to 10%, I'm just going to divide by 10. And so, if the battery only is 10% charged, it's going to run for 40 minutes. So, you definitely want to have your scooter charged if you're going to be hanging out with friends all day on it. If it's only 1% charged, I would have to divide by 10 again. And that tells me that if it's 1% charged, I can go 4 minutes. That's really a useful thing to know. That's kind of what we call a unit rate. So I'm going to circle that. We might use this a little bit here and there later as we talk about what a unit rate is. So just kind of keep your eye on that. Now we're going to get to 5%, so you could multiply by 5. That's one way. Or you could have divided by 2, and you would have gotten the same thing. So 5% will give you 20 minutes. 50%, double. Oh, sorry, times by 10. Not paying attention there. Times by 10. Let me clean that up. Five times 10 is 50. 20 times 10 is 200 minutes. So think about if that makes sense. 100% is 400 minutes. So half of 100 is 50%, which is half of 400, 200 minutes. Now for 55%, I'm going to add this and this. So this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4 right here. So I'm adding column 4 to column 5 to get 55. And so I have to add these two numbers, 220 minutes. So 60%, I can add another column 4. So I add another 5, add another 20, 240 minutes. And I can just keep adding column 4 to the new column to go up by 5%. And every time I add a column 4, I add 20 minutes and I add 5%. And that's how I get these numbers here. 260 minutes. And if I want to get to 66%, I'm going to add column 3. Remember, the column 3 is the one that I had kind of in that gold. This is column 3 right here. So I'm going to add column 3 here, which is just adding 1% or 4 minutes and putting that there. So 264 minutes. So that's my final answer. All of the different things are at the bottom. The times are at the bottom. So if I want to know how long I can go at 65% battery, I can go 260 minutes. So So we're gonna take a look at problem 3. Remember, if you haven't tried problem 3, you should pause the video and try it yourself. It's a little cut off there. It says 1 week Hal wanted to keep track of how many minutes he rode on his scooter. He started on Sunday, and by Thursday, the scooter had run out of its charge. So this is Sunday, right here, 100%. Hal rode the scooter, should be a D, for exactly 320 minutes before it ran out of charge. What percentage charge did he have in the scooter before he started riding it on Sunday? So we have to think about that. So we know, I was thinking he started at 100%, but we don't necessarily know that. What we know is if it was fully charged, he would have been able to go 400 minutes, but he only went 320 minutes. So we have to figure out what this number is here, what that percentage is. And the only thing we have to start with is from problem 2. This is from problem 2. We know that 100% charged scooter goes for 400 minutes. So I'm going to divide this in half, divide by 2 to get 50%. Then I'm going to divide by 2 again to get 25%. Now I'm going to try to figure out how to get to 300. So I can add these 2 columns. So I'm going to add column 2 here. So that's adding 200. That gives me the 300, and I have to add 50 here, and that gives me the 75%. So this has to be more than 75. To get to 40, I think what I'll do is take the original here and divide by 10. So if I do that there, I've got to do the same thing here. Now I'm going to divide this by 2. And I'm going to add columns now. I'm going to add the 20 to the 300. So this is column 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to add column 4, which says 80%. So what percentage, go back to that question, what percentage charge did he have in the scooter before he started riding it on Sunday? 80%, because he lasted for 320 minutes. Okay, let's look at 4. And again, if you haven't tried 4, pause and try it yourself first. Hal bought his scooter at a clearance sale. It is normally $120. So he had a sale though. But at the sale, he was able to purchase the scooter for 80% of the original price. How much did he have to pay to purchase the scooter? So basically, how much did he pay when he bought the scooter on sale? So we know $120 was the original cost. So 10% of 100 if I can get 10% of 100, then I can get 80%. So I'm gonna divide by 10, and now I know that 10% of 120 is $12. So if I double this, I get $24 is 20%. And if I double again, I get $48 is 40%, and I can just double again. And 80% would be $96. So he had to pay $96. That was his sale price. All right, so that is where we're going to stop this one.